As you know, Felipe Calderon, the president of Mexico, is in this country raising hell about Arizona and their immigration law, which, by the way, is exactly the same as the one in the federal government, has a very similar law. It mirrors it pretty much. But
it's more lenient than the federal law, which is really the sad part. People are up in arms, and we already have something that's
it is outrageous. But in the meantime, this was the president of Mexico standing before a joint session of Congress, which is not unprecedented, but it's very, very rare anyway. And listen to what he says and to the reaction it gets from the majority in Congress.
However, I strongly disagree with the recently adopted law in Arizona. It is a law.
Now, this is a standing ovation from all the Democrats. The Republicans sit motionless. The Republicans just remain in their seats. They didn't applaud or anything over him having said that. This guy is condemning what 67% or anywhere from 60 to 67% of the American people believe is the right thing. It reflects federal law. And it's incredible that these people are just getting all worked up into a tizzy over this phony baloney hypocrite down there saying that our law in Arizona is wrong.
Even if it was 0%, even if nobody supported it, the fact that he was able to stand there, have that platform, and be here in this country and say, I'm completely against it, it's racial, which it's not. It's not
right.
Racial profiling, and then to be applauded.
Oh, yeah, and standing ovation. It's sickening. It's sickening is what it is. And I hope people remember that picture of Democrats applauding this guy. We had the best email from George Carl, the cabbie who listens every morning and is a brilliant guy. He said, you know what, and they really should, a Republican should get up on the floor of Congress and say, seeing how much the Democrats appreciate President Calderon and his approach to immigration, we should adopt their immigration rules that they have in Mexico. And those rules include jail time. If you come into that country illegally, you will go to jail. They will deport you. 2 years. If you come back a second time, 10 years you will go to jail. You have to show papers all the time, everywhere. People everywhere have to show their papers. If they do come into the country, they have to blend in. They have to show skills. They have to show they're not mentally incompetent or physically incompetent in any way. They have to show that they can provide for their own health care when they come into this country. And I think it would be great for some Republican to get up and say, hey, I love this. Calderon's right on target. Let's adopt the Mexican immigration plan.